As the university works to expand their housing offerings on campus, the county legislator says there's, quote, too much student housing here in Syracuse. Our political reporter Luke Radel sat down with Democrat Maurice Brown to explain his position.
I want to talk a little bit more about that comment about student housing. What are the specific problems that you see right now in student housing, particularly on this campus, but also in the area more broadly?
So in the area more broadly, so on campus, I really don't know. I have no jurisdiction over the campus, but in like the Euclid neighborhood, the Westcott neighborhoods, what we find is students will live in the house, you know, the semester, maybe the year, and then problems will come up during the year, but the landlord won't address those problems until the student leaves, quote unquote. And then what happens is next year, you know, they like paint over the actual, you know, light fixture. They do those like small fixes. And then when the next tenant comes in, the next student comes in, they don't notice the problem until November, December, and then they leave. And over the past 10, 20 years, that's been happening. And now what you see is a lot of the houses on Ackerman, on Euclid, in the university neighborhood, they're dilapidated. They haven't been taken care of. And because we haven't taken care of those houses, that housing stock, no one wants to live there. I would much rather live in the fancy place on Genesee Street. I would much rather live above Five Guys in these nice, new, well taken care of places. But like, we have to take care of those original homes as well, because it's so much land, it's so much housing stock, it's so much, housing that could be quality that we just haven't taken care of.
Yeah. So when you say though that like too much student housing,
yes,
what does that mean? Like specifically, practically speaking.
So if a developer in this region wants to develop, they have to choose. Are you going to develop low-income housing? Are you going to develop affordable housing? Are you going to develop mixed income, mixed use, market rate, workforce, senior housing, luxury housing, student housing? Almost every time in this region, without fail, it's either student or luxury housing. That's pretty much all we've built for the past.
I want to talk a little bit more about that comment about student housing. What are the specific problems that you see right now in student housing?
You can also catch the full interview with Brown on our YouTube channel.